Hey guys, this is Carl. I'm one third of the BL Bros. Um, what happened was there was just so much to unpack in the in this episode or the last scene, and we just got to talk about a lot of things. So what I did was I made a separate video just for this conversation. But if you guys want to watch our reaction, it's in the other video, which is linked down below. If you have already seen it and you just really want to eavesdrop in our conversation, then thank you very much, and I hope you join in the conversations in the comments or whichever. So I won't keep this long.
It's a bit, it's a bit it's hard to watch.
Ah, kasi it's hard to watch. Kasi what
But I was really,
happens when you fight in a relationship like that, that's really parang something that was really beautiful before is so ugly now.
I
yeah,
know. I understand naman. I really do.
it's the complete opposite. Parang that's the thing that you don't see in the beginning of a relationship because everything nga is like so. But there's always that side of it that's always it's part of it. I mean, you really can't escape it. That comes with it. It's just a matter of when is it gonna come out or when is it gonna happen in your relationship. And
It's
I guess yun nga yung challenge na parang maintaining a relationship is you don't get into those fights as much or as often.
Pero yung
Ang-
cathartic din naman yung
ang
mga fight na ganyan.
ang sakit kasi nung words eh. Sobrang sakit. Ang sapul ng mga words nila. Sobrang sapul. Yung sinabi ni Gav na parating ikaw na yung binibaby tapos inconsiderate ka sa
Oh,
feelings ko.
na,
Parang,
grabe
oh my God.
yun. Oo.
Sobrang bottled up frustration niya yun ever since, I guess, the first episode. And then,
Pero from Kairos end din, gets ko din yung sinasabi niya. Sabi sa kanya kasi ni Gav, di ba, is inconsiderate si Cairo. Tapos insecure si Gav. Yun yung batuhan nila between the two, di ba? Sinasabi ni
Yeah.
Cairo, parang, how dare you say I'm inconsiderate when I forced myself to get out of my shell to
That-
accommodate
yeah.
you into my life. Tapos
Correct.
sasabihin mo,
Exact words.
inconsiderate ako.
totoo.
Di ba? Kung, ano siya eh, I mean, masaya na siya sa bubble niya, di ba? Tapos si Gav naman, ang sinasabi niya, how dare you say insecure? You don't validate my feelings. And
You're not doing anything to make me feel secure.
to feel secure. Tapos ang ganda din yung sinabi ni Cairo na parang, remember we had this discussion na tipong sabi mo na,
In real life ba to?
and then sabi mo na if he can't accept my friends, medyo deal
Yeah.
breaker yun sa'yo. Sinasabi ng Cairo, parang, kaibigan ko yun eh, pagkasama yun sa pagkatao ko. So,
Hindi, pero hindi, you know, sa totoo lang, gets ko si Gav eh. Kasi mali din yung argument ni Cairo na kaibigan ko yung extension yung pagkatao ko. Tama na naman si Gav eh. Parang kailangan, Cairo should, what's the word?
Be sensitive
don't make him
No.
feel,
About
make
other people.
assure him.
No,
I guess.
understand where Gav is coming from. Hindi lang niya pwedeng sabihin. That's why they're in a relationship. You have to understand where the other person's coming from. All he's saying now, well, the both of them is they're not pareho sila eh. Hindi
Wala
nila
gusto
tinitingnan
mag-adjust.
from the point of view of the other one. It's not
The
even
other.
about adjusting. Kahit the first step of seeing it from the eyes of their partner.
Para lang you understand eh, before you can
Oo
adjust.
eh,
Kasi parang, di ba?
Oo, don't feel sobrang defensive nung dalawa. Kailangan talaga they should just step back. I feel like there are friends. Tapos parang,
I know, right?
sila ganyan.
Parang I was witnessing a fight between
Oo,
friends
parang
na parang
nandun ako.
affected ako.
Ako din, it's like I was in the room there with them, and then,
Guys, wait.
guys,
guys.
can you not?
Wait. Wag na muna kayo mag-usap. Kumalma muna kayo bago kayo mag-usap.
Oo. Pero usually when these fights happen, based on my experience, it's either
Make or
lang.
break.
really wala na,
Make or break.
or kasi ito,
Yeah.
what's good about fights like these, jealousy in the air, I think that's the title,
Yes, it is.
because they get to clear the air.
In the
Yeah.
next.
Nalalabas nila lahat eh. So,
Pero
I guess,
I just really don't know where this is going suddenly. How
ako,
will they end
I
it?
really think it's gonna be a happy ending. Kasi si Ash, may napanood akong interview. He wrote Gameboys. Gusto niya it ends on a happy note. So, sana totoo yun.
But
Hindi,
I
pero-
guess this is a nice feeling that you can't predict. I really can't predict where it's going.
Yeah, true.
I want it to go a certain way, but
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, even if it's predictable, because of what they're showing is so relatable, and the insight, it's super insight
It's so
driven.
real. And it's
So real, I don't care. Kasi,
It's part
Grabe.
of it. I'm glad nga they showed the ugly part of being in a relationship.
yeah.
Kasi
Gets ko na yung tweet ni Elijah kung ba't sinabi niya na grabe yung writing ng 11, 12, and 13.
Oo, ang
Oo.
galing ng writing
tight.
nito.
Sobrang,
Pati
in gaming language, nag-level up talaga. Experience points, nag-level up sila.
Tsaka I was watching it again before we got into this call.
pero
Even the cadence of the dialogue na it ended at the same time.
Ang galing talaga nun. Yeah.
Ang galing.
Ang galing.
Although, nung pinanood ko ulit,
yung batuhan nila.
kanina kasi, kala ko walang cut. Kala ko it was just one long take. May cut pala.
Meron ba? Hindi ko pa.
Yeah. When they move the camera, yung so lumapit sa shirt ni Gab, yung may cut. Pero still, that doesn't take away. Sobrang galing ng acting.
Galing nila.
As in,
Ang galing.
I think, that's even... Wait, I'm trying to analyze. Kasi, parang nakakatulong talaga. I'm so amazed how Gameboys make this technical challenge, logistical challenge, work for
gift.
them. Kasi ang galing na nung acting, but as you see it, nandun, you are amazed by how the logistic challenge of doing it.
Or
Kaya
overcome.
sobrang mabablown away ka talaga. Oh my God.
Galing.
Kasi kung acting yun sa real life, magaling siya, pero
Oo.
magaling. And
Ito
then,
ang hirap eh. They're not face to
you
face.
have that technical challenge pa.
Actually, they already told us about how they shoot it. They're not even seeing each other.
Oo nga eh. Pero hindi, yung timing, kasi ang galing ng timing.
Kaya nga, ang galing.
Saka
Saka isa ng emotions.
Magaling din yung editing, I guess.
Ang galing nun. Pero isipin mo, you're delivering all those lines alone and not seeing what the other
Dami ko pa feelings.
or how he is reacting, pero nasasalo. Ang galing yung salo.
I also wanna go back to what Sid was saying. Gets ko yung sinasabi na kailangan na mas maintindihan ni Cairo. Pero kasi, I mean, and I think this is gonna be if I were in that relationship, and that's gonna be the sumbatan kasi hindi magka-level. Kasi sasabihin ni Cairo, oo, maintindihan kita, pero kaibigan ko to, gets ko yung spirit. Pero hindi naman kasi kami naging kami. Yung sinasabi mong, feeling mo may gusto siya sa akin, feeling mo lang yun eh. Kayo ni Terence, alam ko ex mo siya. Alam ko na may gusto pa siya sa'yo kasi sinubukan kayo niyang kunin sa akin. Between the two, sino ang dapat mas matakot?
Oo, I totally get what you're saying.
Diba? Na parang,
yeah. Pero
tapos
JC,
isusumbat mo sa akin. Parang,
you forget the fact that Cairo is leaving Gav.
Pero hindi naman, this physical distance, not leaving.
No,
But
still
he's
the idea
still invested in
JC,
the relationship.
Iba pa rin yung thought that you can just drive to him if need be versus he's flying like miles away.
Pero yun, that I get. And now it's compounded by the fact na nagsiselos siya kay Wes. So ngayon, hindi klaro yung issue. Ano ba? Dahil ba kay Wes or may issue ka na aalis ako? Kasi ngayon, hindi na clear. Kasi ang pinag-aawayan natin si Wes. Kasi kung may issue ka na aalis ako, let's talk about that. And then suddenly, it's about my friend.
Yeah.
So it's so
Gets.
unclear. So parang si Cairo, parang ano mo, kasi kaibigan ko lang talaga siya. Kaya and that's why it's so, the way they wrote it, you understand where they're coming from. Kasi gets ko din si Cairo yung frustration niya na parang, bakit tayo mo maniwalang kaibigan ko lang siya? Pero nga yung feelings ni Gav, compounded din siya because aalis na nga, iiwan na kita, hindi kita makikita. Tapos ito pang may lalaki pang hindi ko gusto maging hulma ng mukha na feeling ko type ka, tapos alam kong kasama mo siya sa bukid nun.
Yeah.
Di ba? Sobrang
naiyak ako ulit.
Naiintindihan ko sila pareho.
Alam mo, part of me is extra emotional because this pandemic, Gameboys na nga rin nakakapagpasaya sa akin. And then, now it shows us its ugly side.
It's part of it.
Yeah,
like
pero,
what
I mean,
it can't.
It's just,
I feel also
sobrang real eh. Parang, sobrang,
I think also it's because you kind of lived through it. A similar.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you're
twice. I've been through this experience.
Actually, that's why Carla had to ask, which one? Sabi niya.
Nakakatawa kasi yung last boyfriend ko left for Mindanao also. Bukidnon is Mindanao, right?
Yes.
This is the ano.
Oh, yeah. Hinatid ko din siya sa airport. Oh my God.
Marami ng si Sid, and that's why it's
unpack.
My God.
Pero
what an episode.
Grabe. This is their best episode. This beats even episode 10. I'm so sorry.
Episode 10 and episode 6. Kailan yung nag-come out siya sa mom niya?
8.
8.
Maganda din yung 8.
Hindi.
So,
this
falls... Iba yung 8. Hindi ako tumigil
10,
sa kakaiyak sa 8.
8, 10, 12.
8 nga ba?
Diba, no? Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, it out.
Galing nila. Sobrang nilang galing.
I can't wait to watch other reaction videos because I think this was gonna break everyone's.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna break the fans. Like, that's seeing them fight like that.
Yeah.
It was too real. It was just
so... Alam mo, ang ano din nung to see yung sinabi ni Cairo, no, bakit ka ba ganyan, Gav?
Kailan ka naging insecure?
Kailan ka naging insecure? Parang ako nandun pa lang ako sa bakit ka ganyan, Gav? Kasi this is the first time we were seeing Gav like this na
yeah. Yes.
Galit. Kasi he kept pursuing Cairo for 10 episodes.
Siya yung nag-amo, siya yung baby.
Yeah.
Si Cairo yung pinagdadaanan, so he was the one who was trying to alleviate what he was feeling. And now that and then kaya din ang sakit tawagin, tapos tawagin mo ka insecure.
Oo.
'Di ba?
Naiyak ako.
Sakit. Ikaw, Carl, from an outside.
I need a drink. I fucking need a drink.
Go drink. Go.
No. Hindi. No, not your feelings. Your assessment. If you want to be like distant.
But it's not the best episode for me. It's not. It's really not. It's emotional, yeah, certainly, and I see how real it is. I've seen these things happen. I've watched enough. I know. It's just that it's just something that I can't
relate to
or get myself into. It doesn't necessarily mean naman na you can relate it because it's happened to you. Except that I just really can't pick up the insights. You get what I mean? Or maybe it hasn't sunken in yet.
But I think that's
you know what it reminds me of? Marriage Story.
Yes, actually.
Ganda na Marriage Story.
It's really Marriage Story. Na Twink edition. Pero yun nga that's why sobra ko siyang gusto. Nag-go on the rocks na ako.
Hindi, pero
you see kasi like Marriage Story. They have a kid. They had years together. And then these kids si Gabriel and Cairo, bago lang sila. But it's still the same intensity. It's
Yeah,
still
the
the
issue
same.
there was also, I think it was Scarlett's character that parang she felt like she had to adjust in order to accommodate di ba?
Yeah.
So, parang
So
ganun
ang galing kasi ng Gameboys how they encapsulated that depth in these characters. Now they've been together for like 2 months. Pero it felt so ang galing nila. Ang galing nila.
galing sila.
Tsaka guys, 20 plus minutes lang ha, na naisiksik nila lahat ng feelings na yun.
Oh my God.
It's such a short. The writing is really tight. Super tight.
And the acting was, the acting was, my God, kasi kapag binigay mo yun sa ibang tao, hindi ganun lalabas yun. And I don't want to name names.
Magaling talaga si Cairo. Magaling talaga si Elijah.
Revelation si Gav dun sa scene na yun. Si Kokoy, ang galing ni Kokoy. Alam mo talagang pupuntahan niya. Alam mo yun, yung when he, actually, it started to become real. It became real when he said, pupuntahan kita dyan. Yun. It's like, oh my God. Yeah.
Parang naririnig ko yun. Parang, oh my God.
Ginawa ko na yan, guys. As in, 1 a.m.
Okay. Sino ka doon between the two? In your situation, sino ka? Ikaw, were you Gav or Cairo?
Well, ako nun, in both times, ako yung iniwan. Kaya matindi yung abandonment issues ka talaga. Nag-unravel talaga ako dito sa YouTube channel ni Carl.
Teka
okay lang. That's part of it.
Mag-extra lang ako para
sige.
Off air.
Ay, hindi. Okay lang.
Off the record. Masyado na, hahaba na naman to, guys. Ayoko na mag-upload na isang oras. Okay, hindi ko alam kung paano ako mag-extra dito. We'll just see you next week. I don't know how to react to this, actually. I mean, I think that's a reaction. That's my reaction. I don't know how to react to it. Kayo?
It's this episode took Gameboys to the next level, stratosphere.
I also appreciate how well thought out this whole series is from beginning to end. The trajectory of the characters' development, buong-buo siya. Para silang totoong tao. Parang kaibigan talaga sila. And I understand why people are so invested in the story. And it's also a good mirror, especially for young folks who are entering relationships for the first time, to also see relationships in a more realistic way. Because yes, it was too real because it's really what happens in reality. Relationships can get messy, and that's why it takes work.
Babalikan ko na lang tong episode na to kapag kailangan ko na.
Kailangan
ko na yung mga
Did you feel na?
For those who haven't found it or who have like yung mga naging sawi, well, Carl is open. Si Carl kasi sinasabi niya he has never been in a relationship.
I've never been in a relationship.
You said at least we've had that experience. And
I've had 8 failed relationships.
Ako naman 1 lang. Pero for one since, and I was old and I'm already old. I'm already old. But it just goes to show nga na relationships take work, and sometimes people fail at it. Hopefully Gav and Cairo succeed.
Can I just say that okay.
Go.
I think kaya this episode is so parang that last scene with their unraveling is the most naked and intimate we've been with these characters.
Parang you're seeing something you shouldn't be seeing.
Oh yes,
it's like
so private.
It's so it really felt like we were in that room with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway. I have to process my feelings. That was too real.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
For
So it was a
watching.
bit. It's a heavy episode, and
It
it's
is.
a lot to take in.
But it'll end good, I think.
Yeah, we're still shipping them. Hopefully, the next
Yes, of
episode
course.
will be able to tie it all up.
Alis na si Cairo next episode.
Mm.
Mag-ending
Actually,
Gameboys next episode. Ayokong panoorin.
Yun yung na-realize ko din kanina. So, shit, I'm gonna miss the show.
I'm gonna miss. Alam mo,
Ako
I'm
rin.
gonna
Yeah.
miss it.
I've been dreading the finale. Kasi parang it feels like they were our friends throughout this pandemic. So, parang pagkatapos na ng
They
Gameboys,
don't
what are we gonna do?
I hope they don't watch it because they have one episode to tie everything together.
I think with the things how things are going,
I doubt it.
Sana,
will.
alam mo sa akin, sana dapat tinawag na lang nila yung last 3 as special episodes.
For me, it's hindi. Parang hindi siya It's the perfect, even with these 3 episodes, sobrang nababalanse nila.
Pero with the
first
structure
10.
of things, imagine they introduce another character in the 11.
Yeah, pero buo na siya sa utak ko.
Oo,
Buo
mas
siya eh.
buo siya. Pero up to you na din as the viewer. If you kind of like want to just relive the first 10 episodes.
Hindi
and
naman,
stop
but
there, that's up to
it's
you.
part of the story. Pero ako parang nandun lang ako sa structuring part. It's the structuring part of my brain. How to structure a story. I agree. I'm thankful that these 3 episodes were released and were made and were beautifully done. Pero sana ginawa nila first episode, special episodes. Alam mo yun? Show everything, but it's the season.
In my head, it's still super clear. In the first 10 episodes, clear yung first act, second act, third act. In these 3 episodes, episode 11 is the first act, 2 is the second, episode 3 will be the third. So it's still structurally, it's still so clear in my head.
Yeah,
the way
pero-
it's written.
Pero yung sinasabi nga ni Carl, parang siyang chapter 2.
Oo eh. Or yung sinet out
I
nila
get what you
tensions.
mean.
Yung lahat ng
Sarado kasi yung first 10.
lahat ng sinet up nilang tension na resolve eh. It's to bagong book to. And now they have to go through it. Kaya ayoko lang kasing masira yung integrity ng first season because a season will be judged for the structured season. Gets mo?
Gets.
It might
I get you now.
be judged as it became messy in the end. Ayoko
No,
masira. I don't know kasi they haven't closed it. I mean, sana kaya nga yun yung hope ko. Yun yung
I
hope
have full faith. I have
because they
complete
opened the
faith.
can of worms.
Kasi like
Oh my
you're comparing it also. I mean, me in my head, I'm comparing it to how they did it with Turn Type na the special episode, the movie.
Correct.
May movie ba siya?
Actually,
Parang special episode.
Yung special episode niya, 13th yata, the 13th episode, was first shown in cinemas
Sa Thailand.
sa Thailand.
And then it's part of the box set.
Oo.
Yeah,
Paano
like-
ba nila tatapatan
At saka
to?
actually-
Kasi magkaka-movie din yung Gameboys.
Actually, even sa Thorn Type, even that episode of Long is also a special episode. It's not part of the structure.
Parang yung sinasabi mo, Carl, supplementary siya.
Supplementary. Hindi naman din supplement. This is really the second book. Gets mo?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yung kay Long supplementary kasi parang it's
Oo.
an added episode to understand his character because they couldn't dwell on it.
That
Diba?
didn't make him less wrong.
Oo. Yeah, actually that's true.
Ako naman.
They were trying to justify him but like no.
Yeah. Although for me, it doesn't feel like it's just an kumbaga, hindi siya afterthought na, bigyan natin yung sa fans yung gusto nila.
Oo naman, for sure.
Sobrang, hindi siya, ang galing eh.
I guess yung sinasabi ni Carl, yung paano lang nila inorganize.
Kaya I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to be judged fairly. And
Ako,
pero
I'm not complaining kasi
Ako,
thank you
if it-
for that demand from the fans. Meron
If
tayo
it-
nito.
if it ends well kasi actually you just get a double ending na
I don't.
Parang two
Pero
high
I
points.
still don't know kung paano how. We'll see next week.
yeah, we'll see.
Oo.
We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be a bittersweet probably ending kasi unless
Alis pa
they
rin talaga
change their
siya.
plans at he doesn't leave. Diba? I mean,
Pwede.
kasi I mean, pwede naman kasing,
Totoo. Parang hindi
bittersweet
nila
kasi,
nakuha yung permit. Hindi sila makapunta.
diba? Oo, tapos so he stays longer or he leaves pero they stay together but LDR. Diba? So, I mean,
My fear is, hindi eh. Parang inisip ko, paano nila tatapatan yung ending nung episode 10? Kasi
Airport.
medyo
Feeling ko
grabe yun eh.
feeling ko ito, with the way they're, the,
they're going to be shot together because they had problems nga with the pandemic when the MECQ happened, which meant they had to take shots together.
tsaka ang
Feeling
inisip
ko
ko
lang,
dito, mas emotional siya kasi yung sa episode 10, although emotional pa rin siya, mas medyo feel good eh, kilig, di ba? Parang first niya, walang, they were trying to make ways to make,
Saka grabe yung build up to that episode.
Oo.
Oo. Ito, feeling ko mas mas emotional in a sense na ugly
Bittersweet.
cry.
Or
Ugly
bittersweet
cry.
to.
Oo.
Saka goodbye, it's a send-off to the characters. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready for that. Oh my
I'm
God.
really
Feeling
not.
ko nga yung airport scene is like also like us saying goodbye to the characters eh. Parang,
I don't
well,
want. I really
until the
don't want.
movie, ang interested ako, ano yung plot ng movie?
Feeling ko, hindi ko alam.
Sana naman hindi lang yung parang ginawa lang nilang movie to.
Ay, hindi. Oo. Sana hindi.
I doubt it.
Sana hindi.
Lazy writing na yun eh. No?
Tsaka parang ayoko naman makita in the big screen yung
Parang yun yung parang
format.
yun yung legit chapter 2. Hindi siya season 2 but like more of like a continuation but in a movie format.
Feeling ko the movie should be, it somehow should break the Gameboys format. Kasi ako, for some reason,
correct.
gusto ko yung chat format because I watch it on my laptop. Alam mo yun, it's built siya for it. But when
feels organic.
hindi, but then again, the movie wala pa pala movie houses by that time it comes out. So, dito pa rin natin papanoorin.
Pero baka din reflective of what the situation is when they air the movie. Like, hopefully, if there's no more pandemic and this time we get to see them
baka may time jump.
physically.
Baka may time
jump. I mean, we don't know. Para siyang
Hindi ko alam na gawin nila. Magbabalikan sila sa movie.
No, maiinis ako kung if they end this open-ended. Maiinis talaga ako.
Oh, wait. Wag na natin busitin yung
natin i-preempt. Oo nga.
So,
Tayo mas stress about it.
Basta sabi ni Ash, happy end. He wrote Gameboys with a happy ending.
Kasi iniisip ko din para siyang Veronica Mars, di ba? Like yung Veronica Mars na series, tas bilang white, of course on years after, pero parang the movie was like a continuation talaga of the series. But yun, it was wow. I'm glad I saw it with you guys because
me also. That was fun.
I think that's hard to watch when you're alone.
It's
harder to watch when you're alone, but I'll watch it again. I watched it already.
Matigas yung puso ko.
Suddenly, these two boys grew up before our eyes, no?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Suddenly, they're fighting like adults.
Carl, I wanna your perspective kasi from between now, you know how we feel about it. And then because you feel na parang you're not as affected by it as we are. You wanna expound on that? Para din
nag-peak siya yung series talaga nag-peak siya sa akin ng 7, 8, 9. Yun yung talaga hindi ko siya nabitawan.
Not even
10
10?
was the resolution. Hindi na ako naiyak sa 10 actually, pero hindi ako tumigil sa kakaiyak talaga na 8. Tapos every time na I watched like 50 reactors, umiiyak pa rin talaga ako.
Same.
I think kasi parang yung kung ano yung gusto niya, for me kasi talaga kung ano yung kwentong gusto niya ikwento, nakwento na niya doon. That's really how I feel. So right now, I'm just holding on to these things because I want to hang out with these people. Number one, that's number one.
For me,
okay.
Go, Carl.
At saka number 2, parang wala, hindi, pero that's a legitimate, I've never gone through something like that. I mean, not to invalidate, but that's really,
Yeah.
Yeah,
wala ako mapanghawakan.
That's valid.
That's valid.
It's valid.
Like, I can dissect it like in an objective manner. Kunwari, if that happened to friends, I can give like objective advice. Kasi ganito, ganyan. Pero yun nga, it's always going to be that. Kasi nga wala pa eh.
That's very understandable. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, that's the way I wanted you to say it kasi I'm sure a lot of people also will probably have a similar reaction or will
Hindi ko
feel the
alam kung
same
ilalagay
way.
ko pa yan. Ang haba.
I mean, lagay mo. Okay lang yun. Okay lang yun. I mean, para lang we also present different POVs, di ba?
Yeah.
And what I also appreciate with this episode, you know what? It shut us up.
Oo.
Let's talk. I just couldn't I was
Okay,
just
no.
reacting. It shut us up. Like,
Excited ako panoorin yung reaction natin dun sa fight scene kasi hindi ko na rin alam kung anong ginagawa
Hindi ko
ko.
tinitingnan.
ako alam ko naiyak. Alam ko nangingilid na yung luha ko.
Ako din.
Naiiyak ako. Actually, dun pa lang sa umiiyak naiiyak na
din.
si Kokoy nung
Gab.
kumakain sila together, si Gab.
Oo.
Sabi ko, oh my God, shit. Nararamdaman ko na yung nararamdaman niya. Oh no. That shut us
Carl,
up, no?
Carl, oh my God. part of me can't wait for you to get
Ano mangyari sa akin yun?
Oo. Basta, Carl, pag pinagdaanan mo yun, nandito lang kami, ah.
Naku.
True.
Kalimutan.
It's
Kilala
quite
niyo ako eh.
intense.
It
Kilala
will be
niyo ako.
intense. Na-imagine kita.
Hindi magkakaroon
Feeling ko-
ng ganun. Hindi magkakaroon ng
Oo.
ganun.
Feeling
Hindi
ko,
magkakaroon
si
ng ganun.
Carl, although Carl, I think
Bibreakan ko na.
my advice to you as a friend, ano na to hindi na to YouTube, whatever. Para it really pays, kahit ako, ang dami ko na pinagdaan ng major traumatic. Para it really pays to be emotionally naked once in a while. That emotionally naked, just like Gavin Kai. Kasi you really get to know a side of you that you've never seen before. So in that way, you grow as an individual. You get to strip away stuff. Kasi when you see them, that's when you get to parang acknowledge sides of you that you didn't know you had, and then you keep what you want, let go of what you don't. Maganda when you see the monster inside of you. Ang dami ko nang ganun.
Polar opposites pala tayo.
Oo. It's such an interesting group.
I know. I'm not even in the middle. I'm probably closer to Carl with just one under my belt.
Yeah. Pero totoo kasi yung self-sabotage na in a sense I'm saying na hindi ako aabot sa ganun kasi even before it gets there, I would have ended it.
Although, ito yung gusto ko sabihin,
Ganun
Carl. Kasi
talaga.
ako, I've been through a lot of hurt because I wear my heart on my sleeve. Pero I don't regret it at all. That's why I want you to experience, kasi iba din yung when you allow yourself to go that deep. Kasi you will get to know yourself more. It's cliche, pero later on, after the years have gone by, maano mo siya, you will appreciate it. It becomes a story, just like how Gameboys is. It becomes a story na you're quite amazed you were in it.
It will build you. It's character.
Oh, dati I hated that.
Development.
I'm not even about the building it. Naiinis ako dun sa whatever it just makes you stronger or binigay yan sa'yo sa Diyos kasi kaya mo or whatever those cliche sayings are. It just makes you a deeper human being in this world.
And maybe, Carl, when you're willing not to be vulnerable in that sense, maybe that's the sign also
alam mo,
that
Carl,
that's the person for you.
I think that's what you should learn from me. To be vulnerable. And what I should learn from you is to use my head.
Hindi, pero
wala naman ako regrets. Hindi, meron.
Iba rin. Iba rin.
You have to allow, Carl, you really have to allow yourself to, it's really part of...
Wala pa naman ako i-allow with, so...
No, Ako, ang theory ko, I'm gonna get real with you. I will be Pearl.
Ay, less than a minute. Teka lang, less than a minute.
Ay, okay.
Okay,
Sayang.
let's end this and let's...
Go back.
Yeah.
Or
Get
mag-ano na
another
tayo.
reconnect.
O mag-Facebook na lang tayo.
Sige. Facebook na lang.
Pwede din,
Oh,
Facebook
chika na lang to eh.
Sige, chika na lang. Okay. Bye, guys!
Bye!
Bye!
Chika
Wow!
na kami.
This is the most
Real
reaction
episode.
video we've had.
I-unpack namin
With
to.
feeling.
Okay?
Reaction video with so much feels.
Heart to heart na ito.
Major heart to heart.
Behind closed doors.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!